Okay, here's a view from a different angle, looking down on the neck. And this is in response to a question somebody left me on the YouTube site. They're having trouble with the C-shaped bar chord getting enough pressure with their little finger. And that's pretty common. It does take a bit of practice before you can build up that strength. But I went back and had a look, and I just realised that there's something else you can do that might really help. When I showed you a single bar, just creating a bar with one finger, you'll notice where the thumb is sort of directly opposite. So they're both pushing on opposite sides of the neck to maximise the pressure. Every time I slide up and down, the thumb follows. Sometimes I even have this finger on top just to kind of help squash that finger down. So I'm minimising the muscle strength needed because they're all sharing the load to get that pressure. But it is an odd position when your hand's not very strong to be able to reach up here and add that fret, the pinky finger. And what I realised is when I make that shape, my thumb actually tends to come, look where it is now. The pressure point is almost 2 frets. It's at least a fret away from my barring finger. It's stretched out down the neck. And what this is doing, it allows my bar finger becomes a sort of pivot. My thumb has gone down the neck, and that just sort of helps me to twist my hand a bit, and that kind of helps clamp this little finger down. If you try it, you'll see what I mean. Your hand is rotating a bit. So rather than being squashed up here and you're just relying on pinky muscle strength, if you slide your thumb down a bit and rotate your hand, you're now using your hand as a lever and using your whole hand as kind of helping to get that pressure. And my thumb is starting to point. It's starting to actually point up the neck. A lot of my chords I find I point up the neck rather than being upright like this. It's actually squashed out a bit. So you'll see when I play an A-shaped chord, this is a C chord as an A shape. My thumb is still, it's quite a tight chord, and my thumb is still kind of in opposition here to these fingers. But when I stretch out to a C-shaped chord, see how my thumb has shifted down the neck? And even when I go up 2 frets to the next chord, my thumb's not even moving. See how wide my hand is stretched? Because that just helps me to get maximum leverage onto my pinky up there. My thumb is pushing fairly hard down here, but it's not as much effort as it would be with my hand cramped up altogether. So have a look at that. Have a look at your thumb position. In opposition to the other fingers, and that might help you maximize the overall pressure. You don't need a whole heap of pressure. I think a lot of people really push hard on the strings and maybe don't think about the muscle strength so much as more your hand position, and the technique might help you get that pressure that you need. All you need is enough pressure to squash the strings to the level of the fret wires. So you get a clean. If you're not pushing hard enough, you won't get a clean sound. But you don't need to be clamping down really hard. You just want to get the right balance. So there's my tip for you. Is to think about where the thumb might swing around in opposition to the other fingers up this end. All right, hope that's helpful.